Okay. So as you know, science, coming to science, you are in ninth class. I would like to tell you that, see, ninth is somewhere the base of 10th class. Okay. Whatever you are going to study in ninth class, that is somewhere going to help you in the 10th class. So whatever you will study, just don't study it just for remembering it for papers, right? You have to remember it for long term, because that is going to help you in 10th class as well. Right. So whatever, like if you are coming to my class, my main motive is to teach you, and my main motive is to make you learn in the class itself, right? So Muhammad Ali, Adil, I would like to know that how you prepare yourself, like for exams. You can tell me like how you can how do you prepare for, like how do you prepare yourself for exam? For example, next week you have your exams, 4 chapters are coming, so how will you manage that? I think you don't like interaction, right? Is it like this? Or any issue, like am I not audible, or is there any issue, like because I'm asking you and you're not responding? Any issue?
No, no.
Then I'm not gonna, like, this is the very first interaction, right? So though I'm not very strict one, but still, any issue, like you can share it with me. No ma'am, I'm not comfortable talking. What, like what's the issue? Any problem, or like not interested in the class, or don't
No,
like science subject?
I do like it.
Okay, then you are not interacting, that's why I thought maybe you are not interested.
No, I don't know what to say about that.
Okay, yeah, basically just tell me, like what is your favorite subject? You have different subjects, like you have SSC, you have science, maths, English, Hindi, maybe one
English,
language. Yeah, what is the, like which is your favorite subject?
English,
English. Okay, and after that?
science,
Okay, and after that?
maths.
Okay, so SSC is somewhere last. You have social science, right?
Yes,
Okay, so you don't like that subject?
I do.
Okay. Okay. So if science is your second priority, then you have to be active. In my class, there will be interaction, right? So don't worry. This is the very first class. So today I won't be teaching you anything. I will be just introducing you to the syllabus. Okay. And also I won't be taking much of your time. Right. This is just an first class, the intro class. From next class onwards, we'll be starting one by one. Okay. So today I'll tell you how I am going to teach you, because every student is different and every teacher is different. Right. My main motive is to make you learn in the class itself. So I don't believe in screenshot. I don't believe in that. Okay, students, I'll be sharing material, write it down. No, I will help you to make notes in the class itself, and I'll give you the time for making notes in the class and learn in the class. Okay. So is there any strategy which you want to share, that ma'am, you can teach me like this? This is my way. Anything you want to share?
No, I can study it.
Okay. So let's just quickly move to the syllabus portion as well. Okay. So basically you have 15 chapters over here. Okay. So now 15 chapters, somewhere we feel like, oh my God, 15 chapters. But though they all are related, like these chapters are divided into physics, chemistry and bio. Okay. Because in science, you'll be getting only 3 subjects: physics, chemistry and bio. Which is your favorite one? Physics, chemistry and bio?
Chemistry.
Okay. Chemistry. Okay. That means because we are going to start with chemistry only. So then it's going to be easy for you. Right? Okay. So first of all, I will introduce you to the syllabus, like the entire academic, what we are going to study in each and every chapter. And after that, I'll give you 5 minutes to write down the syllabus. On the very first page, you should write the syllabus. Why? Because when we'll be completing the syllabus, for example, we are done with chapter 1. Then in the first page only, you will be marking it down. Okay, we are done with the first chapter. So that you have the record, how many chapters you have done. Right? And plus, with every chapter, we will be writing the detailed syllabus as well. Like for example, if I'll be starting with chapter 1, then I'll be sharing the detailed syllabus of the chapter. Like what are the topics we are going to cover. So that whatever topics we are going to cover, you will be marking it down. Okay, we are done with this topic, that topic, like this. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now the very first chapter is, this is for chemistry. This is matter in our surrounding. Now matter. First thing is that what is matter, ma'am? So we'll be studying that, what is matter. And in our surrounding, there are lots of things. Right? So ma'am, what is matter? What is surrounding made up of? Like different types of materials that are found in, so like our surrounding. We will be discussing everything over there. Okay. And after that, if you are done with this, then you, like in the first chapter, you will get to know what is matter, like what are the particles or what are the matters all around. And after that, you are like, right now you are in first chapter you were unknown that what's the matter, right? But after that, you will get to know in the second chapter, you will get to know that whether whatever matter is around us, is it pure, and what are the different forms. So is matter around us is pure or not, we'll be discussing that. Okay. And then, like the matters that they are made up of, like we'll be discussing about atoms and molecules, like what are atoms, how are they made, what are molecules, what are they made, what are different types of atoms, what are different types of molecules, everything we'll be doing. Okay. And then we are going to study, like we are going to go in detail about the atoms. Okay. So we'll study the structure of atom, the properties of atoms, how it react with other things, how it makes other things, everything we'll be doing. Okay. So this portion will be under your chemistry. You'll be getting 4 chapters over it. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now after that, we'll start with bio. So first we'll be doing fundamental unit of life, which is cell. Okay. So we'll be studying about cell, like how, what is cell, how cell is made up of, there are plant cell, animal cell, everything we'll be discussing over here. Okay. So
Yeah.
fundamental unit of life. And after that, we'll be doing tissue. Okay. How tissues are made, what are different, like how tissues are present, and what are the animal tissue, plant tissue, what are the functions of tissue, everything we'll be doing in this chapter. And after that, diversity in living organism. Living organism are also of different categories, right? There is lot of diversity. Diversity is basically different types of. Okay. So diversity will be doing like what the living organism is all about, and what are the different types of categories we keep. There are like lots of living organism, animals, insects, and all that. They all are living organism, right? So we'll be keeping them. If there are insects, they will be keeping in this category. If they are mammals, we'll be keeping them in this category, like this. Okay. So only 3 chapters we are going to do in bio. Okay. Like for this, later on we'll be doing any like other also. And then we'll start with physics, motion. Okay. What is motion? Like moving from here and there, everything that will be covering types of motion. Like how will you get to know this is this type of motion? Everything plus the numerical portion. So do you like maths?
A little bit.
Little bit. Okay. So in physics, you need maths, right? So don't worry, it's not a tough one. You just have to remember the formulas. And if you're like, if you can remember the formula, you can solve the answer, right? So don't worry, we'll be doing it in an easy way. Okay. So motion, and then force and laws of motion. So laws of motion, we have 3 laws of motion. We'll be discussing them in detail. Plus what is force, external force, internal force, centrifugal force, gravitational force. There are different types of force which are acting, right? So we'll be discussing about all them, and plus the laws of motion. And then we'll be doing the gravitational force. Gravitational force in details means the one which, like the gravitational force, for example, this is pen. Why this pen is falling down? Why it's not going up? Because the gravity is pulling, right? That's why every object falls down. Instead of falling upside, it falls downwards, right? So gravitational we'll be doing, right? And
Okay.
after that, we'll be doing work and energy. Like what is work? How will you consider that this is work, right? And how much energy is required to complete any work, right? So we'll be discussing about that. And then we'll be discussing about sound. Like whatever you are here right now, I am like I am audible to you, right? And you are listening to me. So that's also a sound, right? So what is sound? What are different types of waves? How sound travels from one place to another, and what are the different instrument to measure signs, oh sorry, sound, and like what is the hearing aid, or like everything we'll be doing in sound chapter related to every sound.
Okay.
Next, we are done with physics. Then we'll start with bio again, which is why do we fall ill. Okay, so we'll be discussing about diseases, why we fall ill, what are different types of diseases, like how those diseases are cared. For example, if it is virus, because of viruses, what types of diseases are there? Because of bacteria, what type diseases are there? We'll be discussing everything. And what is the treatment? What are communicable disease? What are non-communicable disease? Everything we'll be discussing. What is chronic disease? Like this, everything we'll be discussing in this chapter. And after that, we'll start with natural resource. Natural resource are those resources which are available in the nature, like natural, right? We don't produce it; they are available in the nature naturally. So natural resource will be done. Okay, and after that we'll be doing improvement in food resources. There are different types of food resources, and if you want to improve the productivity and everything, then you need to focus like where in which area you need to focus more, and how you can improve the status of food resources, how you can increase food resources. So because food is very much important, whether you are animal, whether you are human being, okay, whether you are bird or anything, you need food. So that's why you need to improve the food resources. So this is what we are going to study in your entire science chapter. So tell me, like, do you think like which is going to be your favorite chapter for this?
Measure on.
Starting one,
Yes.
matter and all that. Okay, you have only 4 chapter for chemistry. You need to focus more on bio as well, because you have maximum chapter from bio background, right? And for physics also you have 4 chapters. So now I'm giving you 5 minutes. What you will do, you will just write it down in your very first page. Okay.
Yeah.
So just write syllabus of science class 9, and then chapter 1, chapter 2, like this, just write. Mohammed Adil, when you are done, you can let me know that, ma'am, I'm done. Okay? Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Great. Okay, so today I won't be starting anything new, but I'll just give you a hint like what we are going to study. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just an intro about the chapter. The chapter is matter around us. Okay? So the question is, ma'am, what is matter? Right? If the chapter is matter around us, the very first is matter around us. So first question is, ma'am, what is matter? Okay? So do you want to give it a try? Like what is matter? Yes, no, maybe? No?
Anything that is around us, which comes in their views.
Oh, okay. Okay. So matter. Okay. See, just remember one thing that everything in universe is made up of material which scientist has named as matter. See, everything you see in the universe, right, is a matter, is made, and scientists have just given the name that yes, this is matter. Okay. See, for example, this is the pen. This is also a matter, right? So everything, whatever we were seeing in environment and whatever we were seeing in universe, it was made up of material, that material. But we used to say this is a material, material, material. So what material? That's why scientists gave him a name that this material is matter. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the matter is made up of very small, tiny particles. Okay, tiny particles means like you cannot see them. They are like somewhere very much tiny, right? It is not continuous, but it is particulate. Okay, so not continuously, but somewhere they are like few particles will be here, few particles will be here, like this. Okay. So now the question is, ma'am, again, just tell me what is matter. So in simple term, what you will say, the matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Mass means a type of weight. Okay. So ma'am, what is matter? You will say, ma'am, matter is anything. It can be anything. Right? It can be a pen, it can be a chair, it can be ice cube, it can be water bottle, anything. So matter is anything that occupies space. For example, if this is pen, I will keep it in my desk. So it will occupy space, right? So if any material, if that person, sorry, if that product or material is occupying space, plus it has weight, or you can say mass, that you can say this is matter. Okay. So two properties you have to remember. If a material is occupying space, right? Plus if it has mass, for this pen, if I'll keep it in my desk, it will occupy space, plus it has weight, right? Maybe some grams or something like that, but yes, it has weight. Okay. So matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Okay. Clear?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Now, particles of matter have space between them and are continuously moving. Particles of matter attract each other. Now, these two properties as well. Like, as I told you, matter For example, this is matter. Inside the matters, like matter has particles. Okay, right? So particles of matter have space between them. So it's not like this. They have space. Like for example, it is like this. So they have space. Matter, inside the matters, they have particles. Okay, and the particles have space between them. It's not like something like this. No, they have space between them. Okay, and what they are doing, they are continuously moving. Right? Sometimes it will be here, sometimes it will be there, like this. So they are continuously moving. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. And particles of matter attract each other. So what they are doing, particles of matter, they attract each other. So somewhere they are like, for example, if one particle is here, it attracts others so that they can form a matter. Because if so many particles will be there, then only they can form matter. So what they do, if it is one particle, it's going to attract many particles so that they can form a matter. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So what is matter? Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Okay. Then particles of matter have space between them and they are continuously moving. They are not stable. They are continuously moving. Clear? And after that, particles of matter attract each other. That's why, for example, if here it is one particle, you cannot form matter with this one particle. At least you need few particles. So what he is doing, he is attracting other particles towards them. So other particles are coming towards him, and then they are going to form matter. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So you will just write it down, that hashtag matter. Just write the chapter 1 and just write hashtag matter. So what is matter? Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. And matter is made up of very small, tiny particles, right? Till here. And after that, particles of matter have space between them and are continuously moving. And fourth point, particles of matter attract each other. Clear?
Okay.
I can understand writing portion is somewhere very boring, right? Making notes. But we have to make notes because in exam hall, we need to write answers. So for that, we should have material with us, right?
Yes.